And now, quite simply, it's the biggest game English football has known for 54 years. The final of Euro 2020, live and uninterrupted from Wembley, and presented by Trevor Lynham. It's England versus Portugal. Match of the day live.
Shot himself, it's in!
Yes! Jensen!
38-6, it's in!
They've got a goal here.
Goal! Back the lead!
Good evening. There are two teams that can win Euro 2020, Portugal and England. Over the next 90 to 120 minutes and maybe more, we're going to find out who that is. But don't worry, just like you, we'll be hiding behind the sofa. If only, hey, if.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thought your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose, and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you will be a man, my son.
Tell you what, the bloke doing that voiceover sounds familiar. And how about two familiar faces to watch this most momentous game with us this evening? Of course, we've got to have the views and opinions of Trevor Hanson and Trevor Hill, but we're not going to let you wait any longer. We're going to get straight down to the action because the players are getting ready, and we're going to join our match commentator for a Wembley stadium which is buzzing with excitement, the likes of which it is not known perhaps since the 30th of July 1966. It's the final of Euro 2020. To take you through it, it's the honour of Trevor Motson.
Thanks, Trevor. Good evening, everybody. Are you ready? Could England win the European Championships for the first time ever? Standing in their way are the current holders, Portugal, containing a real danger man, Cristiano Ronaldo. Hold on to your hats, folks. This could be a really bumpy ride tonight. Before the action and all the drama that goes with it, here are the national anthems before this final. Well, here we are then, the team news for today's final, and England, as expected, go with their strongest 11, essentially the same side as in the semi-final. Rashford, Kane and Sterling leading the charge up top. As for Portugal, their coach Santos has gone with his tried and trusted team. João Felix and Cristiano Ronaldo up front, Bernardo Silva and Manchester City in behind. Ruben Neves has Wolves in the midfield, with Rui Patricio in goal. It should be a cracker here at Wembley tonight. The referee tonight comes from the Netherlands, that's Danny Makelele. And England in white shirts, not the red which they won the 1966 World Cup. They're in their white shirts with dark shorts, and away we go then. England attacking right to left here in this final. This is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Portugal, for the record, in red. Here's Alexander-Arnold again, Maddison, Alexander-Arnold. Well, it's hard to choose a winner between these two sides. Both have looked irresistible, but both can chip a few goals as Kane and Rashford try to play 1-2 in the early stages of this final. I should remind you that if it does end a draw after 90 minutes, we will have extra time. And if it's level, penalties, but we're a very long way off any of that at the moment. Hopefully we'll have it decided tonight and not after 90 minutes, and not all a hullabaloo of a nervous Wednesday night semi-final, which Belgium and England really battled it out. England, remember, having to come from 2-0 down to force extra time, went 3-2 up, then De Bruyne with that magnificent free kick got it back to 3-0, and then Pickford and Henderson, the shootout heroes, getting England to this stage. Here's Ali. Tackled there by Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United, these two of course met in the FA Cup final live here on Trevor Sports back in May, which Manchester United squandered a 2-goal lead to lose 3-2. And again, it was a privilege to do the commentary, and it's a privilege for me to do the commentary of this final. This is Guerrero now, tackled brilliantly now, and here's Henderson to Sterling. James Maddison, big night for him, Leicester man, really has come a long way in the last 2 or 3 years. Here's Raheem Sterling, one of the survivors from Euro 2016 when they were humbled by Iceland. And here he goes again on the return. This would be real redemption tonight as the ball comes in towards Rashford. It's headed away by the defender. Now Ronaldo, the talisman, the captain, the man that makes everything tick in that Portuguese lineup. He scores some tremendous goals. In the semi-final, a win over Germany, where they just about edged it by 2-1. There's been a foul there. Ronaldo pushed, I think, by Harry Maguire. So free kick to Portugal in a very dangerous position for England here. Nearly 9 minutes gone, live and exclusive on Trevor Sports. Euro 2020 final. Free kick floated in. They'll come for Harry Kane to get it away. Now Raheem Sterling. Plenty of runners in support, but he's lost possession. Now Felix has been the support man to Ronaldo, really. He's chipped in with some magnificent goals himself, although Ronaldo has taken the starry role. Certainly got a brace in the quarterfinals at Old Trafford against Austria, and of course he got that brace against the Germans. The ball lifted in there and well put out the air by Jordan Pickford. Harry Kane incidentally has still got an opportunity to become the Golden Boot winner at the end of this, but well, it won't matter unless England don't win the Henri Demar Trophy. That's the inventor of this tournament 70 years ago. England have never won it. Wouldn't it be nice if they could win it for the first time? Here's Raheem Sterling. Good challenge again, but it's another foul. England this time have a free kick, and it's Trent Alexander-Arnold territory this. So Portugal, beware. We've seen him hit some screaming free kicks in this tournament. One against Croatia, one against Scotland, one against the Dutch in the quarterfinals, which got us back into it at 2-2. There was a challenge there by Pepe. Now then, Trent Alexander-Arnold. There are 5 in the wall. Alexander-Arnold hits the wall. Rates to Ben Chilwell of Leicester. Now Rashford. Rashford palmed away brilliantly by Patricio. The first shot of the game came to Marcus Rashford after the initial free kick from Trent Alexander-Arnold was well saved. Semedo to break away for Portugal. You cannot really go without worrying about Portugal, because they will be a worry for England tonight, having covered them 3 or 4 times in this tournament this far. They are a very good side, and they're good going forward, but João Felix and Ronaldo well snuffled out. John Stones making sure that the clearance was made. Alexander-Arnold. Sterling looking to get on there. Diaz with the chest. Well, the Dutch linesman has signalled a throw-in, and England have got on with it. Rashford. He was one of the survivors from that horrible night against Iceland 4 years ago. And look at the way Gareth Southgate took over. They had a game under Sam Allardyce, and then he was let go for personal reasons, and then Southgate's come in and has lifted England to 2 successive semi-finals, and now we're in the final and looking to go that one more step to heaven. It is a shot, and a great save! Tremendous save by Jordan Pickford again. Portugal getting their first shot off, and Pickford equal to the challenge. Semedo in there towards João Felix. And Alexander-Arnold will just bring it away and find James Maddison. And Jordan Pickford again required when it was needed to make some magnificent saves. He's made several in this tournament. England, of course, found it plain sailing. They've only kept one clean sheet thus far in this tournament. That was the game against Croatia where they won 4-0. I had the privilege of being on the microphone that night for Trevor Sports. And here comes Harry Kane. First goal going to be crucial. Halfway through the first half, the ball played in there, nodded away, but it'll come from Maddison. And they're keeping the move alive. Alexander-Arnold's in there, and Ali can turn. Does well, holds it up well. Alexander-Arnold, good footballist from England. And the ball is just bouncing around a little bit. Alexander-Arnold has possession, comes away with the ball. Now Rashford! England lead! It's Marcus Rashford of Manchester United who puts England in front in the biggest game for 54 years. Patricio had no chance and England are in the lead. Get your runners out at home. England are winning in this Euro 2020 final by a goal to nil, and this is full marks for perseverance. It looks as if the chance had gone, and Messrs Dele Alli and Trent Alexander-Arnold kept chasing that lost course, kept it alive. What a perfect ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold, and what a finish from outside the area from Marcus Rashford. 25 minutes gone at Wembley in the biggest game England have had since the 30th of July 1966, and they're one up. Now they must try and press on the advantage and try and get themselves a second. Here's Raheem Sterling. Confidence will be sky high, and every Englishman, English woman, every young Englishman, English boy and girl will be cheering as one. There's 60 million people around this magnificent country who will be right now here at home watching the coverage with me and Trevor Lynham on Trevor Sports. Cock-a-hoop at the moment, 1-0 to England, but let's not underestimate the Portuguese. They are a good side. I've seen so many times when they've covered them 3 or 4 times up at Old Trafford, and they've looked in the earlier rounds, and they've looked really, really good. Here's Dele Alli. So England 1-0 up, but it's still a slender lead, but they need that insurance of a second goal. That will really give them lift off. Here's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, looks as if he's going to get his shot away. Portugal on the back foot. Now Ronaldo. They need to get him on the ball a bit more. Santos' side 1-0 down. Felix. Guerrero in a bit of space here. This is dangerous moment for England. Guerrero into the area, but well played. James Maddison covered superbly. And away it goes. Jordan Pickford knocking it down. England now get possession. Half an hour gone here at Wembley. Live and exclusive here on Trevor Sports. Live and uninterrupted coverage of the Euro 2020 final. England 1, Portugal 0. The goal after 25 minutes from Marcus Rashford, and what a goal it was. Narrowly missing the cut there for goal of the tournament, which you'll be able to find out who won that at half time, as Harry Maguire jumps high and nods it away with Felix and Ronaldo close at hand to him. And now Dele Alli. Here's Bruno Fernandes, the Manchester United man. But the Spurs man denies him, but Semedo has it on the far side. But look at the marking of England. This is better. They've been a lot more watertight in defence thus far, England. I'm touching every bit of wood in the commentary box because we operate here as Englishmen. But as I say, that Rashford has been penalised for fouling Semedo, and I have to say that looks a bit of a dodgy decision by Danny Makelele of Holland. But England now must get that out of their heads and defend this situation. And well played. Harry Maguire did well, but they can't prevent the corner. England can't prevent the corner, and more pressure invited on us. This fellow here, Fernandes, we've seen a lot of him in the Premier League to know that he's a very dangerous set-piece specialist, and the header over from Ronaldo of all people. That's a warning for England. Not good marking there by Stones and Maguire. And in the end, Ronaldo heads it over to the relief of 60 million English men and women and boys and girls around the country. And I'm sure the same tension will be felt over in Portugal as well. They've conceded a free kick here. England get a free kick. 10 minutes to go to half time. It's a tense old game this now. Sterling, the man fouled here. William, the player who's been penalised. So England, the hosts, have a free kick in a very dangerous position. And if they can make it two, well, we've been heaven down. Ball played in there and it dropped to Ben Chilwell. Sterling had won the initial header. Maddison. Sterling. This is nice. Moving along the deck from England. Good pass and move. Just being patient, waiting for the moment. Alexander-Arnold to Sterling. Good football this now. Rashford. Thought for a moment he might get the shot off. He still has possession. Rashford with a shot! He's scored again! He's scored again! Marcus Rashford has done it again! It's 2-0 to England! We're in dreamland now! Look at the fans! Oh my word! England 2, Portugal 0! England are in heaven here! And dare I say, we may just have one hand on the trophy. Still a long way to go, mind you, but Rashford, again, didn't give up the lost cause. And what about that? Bang! Right foot Rasper. That's a second one he's got tonight. I think we might have to include him as a late entry for goal of the tournament. It's a shame because he's missed the cup by a week, but never mind that. That's probably the best goal he'll ever score in his life, let alone his career, his life. England 2, Portugal 0. And dare we say it, could football be at last after 54 years away, be coming back home? Still a long way to go, mind you. We can't discount the Portuguese. Ronaldo's had a sniff, and he came so mighty close to scoring for Portugal. So let's not just get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it's looking good for England. It's looking good for England. 2-0 they lead. Rashford's got them both. Now the next stage is to get it to half-time with no goals conceded, the clean sheet intact. Then Southgate can regroup and go again in the second half. But England are 2-0 up. Now, what England mustn't do for the next 5 minutes is concede. Here's Rashford. Well, he's going to take a lot of the plaudits tonight. There's no doubt about that. It's a throw given, in fact, against Rashford. So a Portuguese throw. Well, Santos knows what he's got to do now at half-time if the scores remain the same. He needs to read his team the riot act. Or maybe get Ronaldo to do it for him. Here's Semedo. They've got a chance here. Semedo, what a tackle that is from Ben Chilwell. And that's the man sticking to his guns, standing his ground, stuck out a foot, didn't slide in. That was perfect left-back play. Here's Rashford to Harry Kane. It's great football we're seeing here from England. Best I've seen from them in the Championship for a little while. Here's Kane. In there, and a shot. Oh, it's Ben Chilwell. Well, wouldn't that have been a turn-up if Ben Chilwell, of all people, the master man who made a magnificent tackle to start the move off, well, it would have been some goal if he finished it, and it would have been a fairy story. Oh, and I can tell you that he would have been talking about it for another 50 years if he'd have scored there. Oh, you just don't buy these sort of things. It's just, don't write these sort of scripts. That's why football is such an unscripted drama. 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half of the Euro 2020 final. England against Portugal, and 2 goals from Marcus Rashford has put England into a fantastic position. They've got a free kick as well, by the looks of it, England. Pepe not having his best performance, the Real Madrid man, and Danny McAlealy from Holland saying, one more and you're in the book. This has been an amazing performance, although I must say, well, he's sitting from the side, I suppose. He did get the ball, but he got a man as well. We've played the minute, and England won't want half time to come. The Portuguese, by the same token, will. They get possession now. Felix, William, Pepe. All eyes on the referee. We've played over a minute of the one that was supposed to be added. So he's added another minute more, maybe for the taking of the free kick. And there goes the half-time whistle. England are 45 minutes away from European greatness. They lead Portugal here at Wembley from 2-0. Rashford after 25 and 38 minutes. Two magnificent raspers. It's 2-0 at the break. Let's go back to Trevor Lynham and the guys in the studio.
Well, half-time here at Wembley. England 2, Portugal 0. As Trevor Motson rightly pointed out, England are 45 minutes away from immortality. The question is, will they hang on? Because I don't think Portugal have played very well. Trevor, you think England could be in for a real tough ask to hang on in the second half, bearing in mind how bad Portugal have played in that first half? Well, I think we need to recognise here that the reason Portugal haven't played well is because England haven't allowed them. I've never seen a more tactically strong, more motivated, more physically dominant England side than what we've seen thus far. If you wanted a final performance, a performance fitting of a side, that's exactly what you're getting from England. They really at the moment have the entire country right behind them, and as a Scotsman, trust me, that's difficult to admit. Well, Trevor, what say you? What did you make of that half? Because you were absolutely buzzing, I believe, watching that game. I was, Trevor, I was, because Gareth Southgate tactically has outfought his opposition today. Portugal's so worried with Harry Kane and Raheem Sterling. They're not picking up Marcus Rashford, and he's dropped slightly deeper, slightly into the middle, and he's just encouraging to have a go at goal. And Raul Patricio is just not able to sort of see these opportunities. It's something I think England have worked on, but they've been magnificent. It's absolutely brilliant to watch. It really is. Well, then let's have a look at the action that took place in that first half. And Trevor, talk us through this early chance for Rashford. Yeah, a free kick's very well defended, but this is the thing. This is Rashford cutting inside, and he's been the one player at the moment Portugal just haven't been able to deal with. And I think the entire England team have recognised this. They've given him the ball. Portugal do have a youngster themselves. Yeah, João Felix, he's a good player. You'd expect Pickford to make that save. He was lucky really in the follow-up. If you have a look at the players running into the side of him. And then poor Portuguese defending helps England. Yes, but it's also England's persistence. But if we have a look at this, when it falls to Rashford, it's almost like a knuckleball shot in the way he hits it. Look at the way this dips right in front of the goalkeeper. This is something which is practice. This is something he has been working on. Look at that dip. It just makes it impossible for Patricio to get near. Big chance for Ronaldo, Trevor. Big chance, and should have been a goal for Cristiano Ronaldo, his ability. And then England go and punish Portugal. And how many times have we seen England fail to do that in the past? They did, but again, it's Rashford being allowed space. I actually think Patricio should probably do a lot better here. At his near post, yes, it's hit powerfully, but it's a great effort. And then England nearly made it 3 right on half-time. They did. Kane's crossing. Ben Chilwell, of all people, with the header. Couldn't believe it, but England, no, deserve this lead. It's a case of can they carry it through. Now we can reveal the goal of the tournament competition, which we presented to you, which has been voting for a week. Thank you very much for everyone that has voted. In third place was Marcus Rashford's strike against the Netherlands in the quarter-final. Timo Werner's efforts was voted for the second, but the winner, the overwhelming favourite, was Raheem Sterling's goal against Scotland. Funny that, a goal of the tournaments against Scotland in the European Championships. The winner, of course, was Matthew Firth. Congratulations, you win 500 Trevor Bonds, and here is that goal. It's been a perfect day of sport here on Trevor Sports. And it could be the perfect result for England if things can stay as they are. They might get better. They have got better. Raheem Sterling's made it 4. Sterling's first goal for England in a major competition finally happens. And he's waited for 2 World Cups and a previous European Championship to do that. Good work in the end. The pass by Madison opened it up. He had the strength to hold off McTominay, then to get past McKenna, and then to power the ball into the top corner past Scott Bain. This is an excellent goal by Raheem Sterling. He's able to show the sort of form that he has shown for Manchester City. When you look at it again, it gets better and better. So here we go, second 45 minutes, the biggest 45 minutes potentially in English football history since that fateful day in 1966. Back, of course, to Trevor Motson.
Welcome back, everybody, to Wembley. Thanks, Trev. Pity has come on for William. Obviously, Santos, the manager, not happy the way that the Portuguese played in the first half, so they're going to try and stem the tide here. They're going to try and bring on another fresh set of legs, but England 2 goals up, and they've got a free kick as well. Kane just for a moment thought he was going to take it quickly to foul on Raheem Sterling. Now, wouldn't this be a turn-up? Can England make it 3? Looks like Kane, as it looks like Alexander-Arnold Robert with a free kick, and he almost done it again! Great save from Patricio, and I tell you what, if that had gone in, then there'd be no coming back from that for the Portuguese, and all the rattles and all the horns and everything else would have been coming out in earnest, and England could have been away and in heaven again. Maguire gets it away now as Portugal try to launch another attack. Rashford goes in hard, wins possession. Silva now takes it up, and another free kick, this time to Portugal. Well, high drama here, 3 minutes gone in the second half, and England have conceded a free kick. They nearly scored from a free kick a few moments ago, but this really is the acid test. They see this out now for 45 minutes. No, if they can just keep their heads and keep their discipline, they're going to be first-time European champions. And what a fill-it for Gareth Southgate. He will join an exclusive club of a tournament-winning manager for England. The only other one, of course, being Sir Alf Ramsey all those years ago in 1966. And what a fitting tribute it would be in honour of Jack Charlton, one of the 66 heroes who sadly died, who sadly died during the tournament. And I'm sure he'll be watching over Wembley tonight with great pride, because he was a proud Englishman, Jack, even though he was the Ireland manager for some 10 years and was very passionate what he did for the Irish. He was still an Englishman at heart, and he will be proud, there's no doubt about that. Bobby Charlton, his brother, in the stadium watching on in the royal box. Here's João Felix. Brilliant tackle there from Jordan Henderson, who's just lifted the Premier League title with Liverpool. He could be about to be a European Championship winner as well. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There is still quite a good portion of the second half to play. England, all they've got to do is keep their togetherness now, and they will be European champions. But never discount Portugal. One moment of genius from Ronaldo, and they could be back in the hunt. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold, Raheem Sterling, Alexander-Arnold. This is good football from England. They're looking very good. Good crisp passing as well. Rashford, of course, on a hat-trick. And the last time England played a final, we know what happened there. Jeff Hurst scoring a famous hat-trick against the Germans. 1966 and all that. They think it's all over. Russian linesmen and everything. Here's Sterling now. Putting there. Can Harry Kane get up? Kane with a header, but it's tame. And Patricio gets it going again. It's a good throw out, but the trouble with that was it went straight to Ben Chilwell. Jordan Henderson. This is what England need to do more of now. Just keep possession, frustrate the Portuguese at every conceivable opportunity, and they will see the job through. The third one would be lovely. But we cannot discount Portugal because they've got good attackers. I've seen them 3 or 4 times in this tournament. Pepe winning that particular header from the cross. And they've got a chance here. Felix, that's bad defending because Felix has got him behind, and now a big chance for Portugal. With an hour gone, he's still got the ball, Felix. Alexander-Arnold has just about done enough. Just about done enough. Because João Felix is a very accomplished player, but now at the other end we've got Kane. Kane to settle it for England. No! Patricio keeps Portugal in it. That could have been the crowning moment for England if Captain Fantastic had amended 3-0. He got away from his man. There was just Patricio in front of him. And Patricio, the Wolves goalkeeper, made a magnificent save. England have a corner. Not a third goal. It's Ben Chilwell, short to Harry Kane, who gets the crossing, deflects. It will be a second corner in succession for England. And you can bet your bottom dollar Chilwell will float one in this time. Here comes the delivery towards Rashford. Headed away, but only as far as Raheem Sterling! And the shot deflected. It's another England corner. That's 3 in succession. The corner causing problems. Not a good header away. And that deflection off a defender, I don't know who it was, could have gone anywhere. England force another corner. They want that third goal. Southgate's men not settling for 2 at this moment. They want more. The third corner of the night. Here comes the corner, and let's go, Sterling! What an opportunity that was for England, and that would have settled it there. Raheem Sterling hits the side netting, and that would have put all the doubts to bed. Still, it remains 2-0. We're still in the lead. England are still in the lead, but Portugal, if they get one chance, and there's still a long way to go in this game. There's a foul here off the ball. And it was Bruno Fernandes, and it wasn't off the ball. The ball had long gone. It was Raheem Sterling, in fact, brought him down. A little bit daft that from Raheem Sterling. With England 2 up, there's just no point in giving away cheap free kicks like that, because it's going to invite pressure onto England now. Just a little bit ridiculous that from Raheem Sterling. And here's Silva, Bernardo that is. The challenges are won again now. Raheem Sterling, that's better, holds the ball up well. Trent Alexander-Arnold gets it forward, looking towards the run of James Maddison, but Neves is there, and he gets it back to his Wolverhampton Wanderers colleague Rui Patricio, who looks for João Felix, heads the ball back, but it's straight to Raheem Sterling. Not a good header back that really, and now a chance for Alexander-Arnold to break. Rashford, and the tackle's flying, and there's no foul given. João Felix to Ronaldo, and Semedo in space, and Fernandes there too, and Felix is there as well. Will he get the shot in? Yes, he will, but it's deflected away. Pizzi now the sub. Haven't seen much of him as an attacking force. First time I mentioned him, and he came on at half, and it's taken him 20 minutes to get a touch of the ball. And here's Ronaldo looking to get him behind, but Maguire and Stone see that he doesn't. That's going to be the key now for the rest of the game. Can they keep Ronaldo quiet, the England defence? 67 minutes gone, and England in possession. Chilwell with a header. Rashford is onside here, looking for this hat-trick, but Pepe across and back to Rui Patricio. And just a quick word from, when we get a second in play, I just want to say thank you to all the viewers that have tuned into our coverage over the last month. I just want to say something on behalf of the commentators. Well, a moment, Felix! Oh, that would have put Portugal back in the game. Lovely work here. Just England backed off, and Felix, as we've seen already in this tournament, all he needed was to be an inch or two the other side of the post, and England would have been back in trouble. Danny Rose has come on for Ben Chilwell. Fresh legs. Pedro Mendes replaces Semedo. On behalf of everyone who's on Trevor Sports, the commentary team, myself, Trevor Davis, Trevor Gubber and Trevor Tilsley, it's been a magnificent joy for the four of us to bring you commentary from this tournament. The very best commentators in the business, and I take my hat off to my three other colleagues who have done a magnificent job. And then, oh my goodness me, that was almost an own goal. Almost went in off the bar. The ball was hooked in, there was no pressure. As Guerrero comes off to be replaced by Mario Rui. There seemed no pressure, and for whatever reason it was almost an own goal. Might have been Pepe who turned it onto the bar, I'm not quite sure. But I tell you what, England's so close to going 3-0 up. Here's Danny Rose. Dele Alli. So from myself, Trevor Davis, Trevor Tilsley and Trevor Gubber, thank you very much to everybody who's supported us as commentators. We've worked very hard, the four of us, showing up and down the country to bring you the best in commentary at these Euros, and I hope we haven't disappointed this far. And I want to pay tribute to my three other commentating colleagues because they've been magnificent. Dele Alli comes off, he's happy. His night work's done. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain comes on. England have a throw-in to face. But they're 2-0 up, and all they've got to do is just keep their discipline, keep their heads, and just see this out. But from João Felix a few moments ago, there was a warning shot fired in their direction. They don't need another one now for the next quarter of an hour, but Portugal are capable of getting back into this. There's a quarter of an hour to go. Mendes to Ronaldo. Felix. This is better from Portugal, and they've got a free kick. It's a little silly from England. This is the foul again. Jordan Henderson, just a touch late on João Felix. This is a problem for England. If Portugal score here, we're in for a nervous finish. Ronaldo, we know, can take a free kick. Here he comes. It's Ronaldo. Oh, he scored! He's done it again! And you've got to say that was a free kick of pure genius. And England's lead has been halved, and there'll be nervousness around Wembley Stadium now because the holders of this competition have pulled it back to 2-1, and there's still time left for them to force extra time. It's 2-1. England are not there yet. But take nothing away from Ronaldo. This is the sort of thing he's capable of. He is the man for the big occasion, and he makes a good captain's example by running to get the ball. No celebration, no nonsense approach. Goes and gets the ball, gets it back on the centre spot, and gets Portugal moving again. Now, will we see a mirror image of what happened the other night, but against England maybe? They were 2-0 down that night, remember, against Belgium, and had to come back in the second half, and they did it late on. But Portugal got themselves into a similar situation as now. What England must not do now is concede another free kick from that sort of position, because we've seen just now what Ronaldo is capable of. This is Rashford for England, who now lead 2-1. The lead that looked a very good lead is now hanging by a thread, but they've won a free kick. João Felix penalised. All England have to do is just win the percentages, keep possession of the football. Don't do anything daft, and who knows what might happen. We're not there yet. Here's Alexander-Arnold into the area. Sterling to Henderson. Chips the ball in there. Mendes just hooks it away now. Portugal have to get possession. Maguire, oh, tell you what, he almost got possession away, but he was fouled anyway. It was an illegal challenge. Maguire just had a few hearty mouths there for a second. Rashford. He goes down. No, it was a good challenge. And then Rashford bites back, another fair challenge. This is what football is about. You lose one challenge, you get another opportunity. And Rashford took his chance a second time. 10 minutes to play. England 2, Portugal 1. It's nervous tension here now. And there's a few England fans I can see in the stadium who dare not look. Gareth Southgate I can tell you from the far side, he's looking a picture of coolness, although you wouldn't see it, probably wouldn't feel it inside, I'm sure. This is Mendes. Danger here for England. Danny Rose, superb defending. Superb defending on the Newcastle man. Stayed on his feet, wasn't tempted to slide in, and he made the difference. Great defending. John Stones. Now Trent Alexander-Arnold. Tired bodies out there now. Harry Kane. The captain, charismatic, who's not scored tonight but has led the team very, very well. But so has this man here on the ball, Ronaldo. He's dragged Portugal back in with a shout. There are 6 minutes left to play at Wembley. Can England hold on and win their first major tournament since 1966, when Jules Rimet was gleaming? Will Henry de Meyer be gleaming at the end of the night for England? Bobby Charlton in the crowd, sat next to Prince William, the chairman of the Football Association. I'm sure he's nervous. He'll be a very emotional man if England do hang on. 4 minutes to go. Chamberlain to Rose. England doing everything right at the moment, but then Chamberlain gives possession away. It's just as soon as I say that. Pepe to Mendes. Back to Pepe. But they're not moving away towards the England goal. They're going sideways. You're not going to go too far going sideways, or maybe now with Mario Rui, they may have a chance. Still Mario Rui. Oh, what a good tackle that is from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Throw to the Portuguese. 2 minutes for stoppage time. England are away. Potentially Prince's grass. Pickford with a punch. Oh, he should have called that. I felt he should have called that, but they got away with it, England. Here's Chamberlain. 1 minute remains. Then we'll get the word from the fourth official how long extra there will be at the end of this. John Stones. Great defending. Coolness personified. Danny Rose to Chamberlain, but he loses possession. We're not out of the woods yet. 3 added minutes. And Portugal have got themselves a free kick. This is a dangerous moment for England. Surely now it would be so destroying if they were to concede right at the end of this. Chamberlain, the man penalised. Bruno Fernandes towards Ronaldo. Ronaldo Silva. It's picked in. Good tackle that was. Brilliant tackle there. We played a minute of the free, but still Portugal come forward. Picked in now. Felix. Rui. How are you now, folks? 90 seconds to go. Mendes. Still Mendes. England must defend well. The ball in there. Oh my goodness me. The ball breaks kindly for Pickford. The throw out isn't good though. And here come Portugal with one last hurrah. Can they force extra time now? Felix to Rui. This has got to be the last thing. Rui has to get the cross in. He does so. And the header away. And they had to win that. Ronaldo was lurking. Chamberlain brings it away. And that's it. It is all over. The 54 years of hurt is over for England. And look what it means. England 2, Portugal 1. Oh my goodness, Rashford with 2 goals in the first half. Ronaldo with a free kick pulling it back. They held on and win Euro 2020. And emulate the boys of 66. Bobby Charlton is in tears in the crowd. But in a moment or two, Harry Kane will get the trophy. Sadness for Portugal have contributed so much to the tournament. But here's Harry Kane, lifts the trophy. England have won Euro 2020. 54 years of hurt is banished to the history books. Get those rattles out at home. Get those rattles out in the studio, boys. England have finally put all those disasters of 54 years behind them. And who knows, 2 years from now in Qatar, they may well conquer the world. It's finished here in the final. England 2, Portugal won. England are Euro 2020 champions. And back to Trevor Lynham in the studio. Well done, England.
Well, would you scarcely believe it? Don't let your eyes deceive you. England are the European champions. It is absolutely magnificent, and 54% is all they needed to end 54 years of hurt. My goodness me. I don't think we'll ever know a summer quite like this one, if only it was actually like this. Trevor, how do you put that into words? What is the greatest night for a lot of people's lives? It was everything good about modern English football. The passing was brilliant, the creativity was there, the strength, the will to win, the ability to roll your sleeves up, to get stuck in, to look to tactically outthink the opposition. Everything about this is just absolutely brilliant. You know, being married, everything else, I can tell you right now, greatest day of my life this. Well, Trevor, England in the end just the best team, won on the night. What would you say? Yeah, I'd agree with you. I thought England were excellent tonight. They did everything that they needed to do. And they played magnificently, didn't they? That was an absolute joy to watch that game. Well, let's go back and look at some of the action that took place in that game, Trevor. And Rashford really was the danger man. He was. It's actually a very good wall Portugal set up there. We know Alexander-Arnold's danger. But Rashford just found room today. He just looked like a man inspired. And, you know, we know what a quality man that he is. Everything that he's done during lockdown. This was outstanding. Good save by Pickford. Yeah, England were lucky actually. Semedo overlapping I thought was danger. Then Portugal failed to clear it away. England persistence. Yeah, but look at this by Rashford. This shot though, it just dips violently right in front of Patricio. Makes it nearly impossible for him to get near, and he was the most inspired person on the pitch for England today. It was Marcus Rashford who really was producing a match-winning performance when he needed it most. And Ronaldo was still dangerous. Perhaps should have scored that header. But then look at this by Rashford. It's persistence again. All right, I'll have the ball. Sterling wants to pass. Rashford says, "Oh, I see a gap there." Bang! It's brilliant. Oh, the technique about this is outstanding. This is so difficult to do. If you have a look at this, the way Rashford, when he does win possession back, takes one touch, he takes a little look up there, and there he's got that ball to just fire in the corner. He's probably got no more than a tyre to aim to. But that's what he's practicing. He's really come into his own this season. Chilwell nearly made it 3 on half-time, and England were absolutely loving life. And Alexander-Arnold's effort, another free kick which is saved away. And then Kane nearly got level, and what would have given him the golden boot had he buried this? Yeah, it would have. Sadly, it hasn't. It was a good save, must be said, by Patricio in the end. And for that moment, Sterling again. All the big chances in the game were falling to England. That's the thing to remember. That deflected effort wide. And you wondered at this point if England are going to continue to waste these chances. Will Portugal find a way back into the match? Sterling again on the big stage, this left foot volley. You thought that's it, England 3-0, game over. But at 2-0, so it's a dangerous scoreline, 2-0. One goal and the opposition can get back into it. That's what Portugal did, and but they didn't threaten a great deal in the game. I have to say that miss by João Felix was so crucial for England. That goes in, England are in real trouble. But this free kick, as Trevor Motson said, was just genius. It was just brilliant from Ronaldo on the biggest stage, showing us what he can do. But in the end, even he didn't quite have enough to beat England. And I really think home advantage really helped them this evening. Well, confirmation of the final score and the entire tournament draw. England winners over Sweden, Netherlands, Belgium and Portugal. Memphis Depay finishes top scorer for the tournament. England, Harry Kane falling in second. Eden Hazard is tied with Martin Tarun for the most assists, but Eden Hazard does win the golden ball for the entire tournament. Right, that's it then. It feels a shame to end it, but there we go. England are winners of Euro 2020. I can scarcely believe it. Personally, I'd like to thank everyone that's involved, that's supported the channel, that's joined in with the live streams, that's commented, that's liked these videos, that's watched them. Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure to produce all of these, and we're hoping to make many more over the next season. England are the winners of the European Championships. Always wondered what life would be like when football finally came home. Well, it has now. Good night.